Good morning, everyone. So today we are going to learn about push-down machine. We are going to solve some designing problems of push-down machine. Okay, so this is a very interesting topic about designing of push-down machine and all the problems. Once you understand the working and the structure of push-down machine, it's very easy to do the design, and it's really fun to do the design. Okay, first we will go through what is exactly push-down machine. We'll revise some of the important characteristics of push-down machine, and then we will solve some few more problems of designing. And I'll take one more lecture for designing, and then I'll move ahead on the next topic of push down machine. Okay, in the syllabus we are having we are having this chapter of push down machine, and there are three important topics under that. That is, the first topic is about designing of push down machine, which is asked for 10 marks. Or sometimes they give you the push down machine and they ask you to identify the context free grammar from push down machine. And sometimes they give you the language, and then you have to design the push down machine, or they give you the grammar. Okay, so I think you have understood. If you have any doubt, you can write in the chat box. Okay, so I'll just tell you again what we are going to learn. Today's objective is to design push down machine when the language is given to you. When a CFL statement is given to you, how to design push down machine is the favorite question in the exam, which is asked for 75% of time. Second type of question can be there as a context free grammar to PDA. And the third type of question is PDA to context free grammar. Okay, so these are three major topics, and they are asked for 10 marks. 10 marks ka weightage hai. At least one of them will be definitely there in the exam. Okay, so let's start with push down machine. We have seen that the finite machine is the machine which is less powerful than push down machine. If we add some power to the to finite state machine, we get a push down machine. Okay. Um, Now, what is the power that is added? Like, we add a stack memory. We add the stack memory to a finite state machine, and we get a push down machine. Push down machine ka language is context free language, and the grammar is context free grammar, which is a type 2 grammar. Then for the language, such as where you don't need any kind of memory, we can design DFA or NFA. But for the language where we have to remember how many A's are there, for checking that same number of B's should be there, we need some sort of memory. And then finite state machine cannot solve such kind of problem. Okay, so we can have this language is called as a context free language, where we say that if A is generated to left, B is also generated to the right. So one A to left will, with such kind of rule, where we define S in terms of S. If one A is generated at the left hand side, corresponding B is generated at the right hand side. And to stop the recursion, we write down the terminate condition, because here it is greater than or equal to 1. We are saying S is equal to AB, and we stop. Okay, so like this, it is a context-free grammar. We have done context-free grammar and language sufficient problems. And now, to understand this, push-down machine can understand this context-free language. So it should understand this particular language, A raised to n, B raised to n. And how we solve it? This can be the, whenever I say push-down machine, you need to remember this particular diagram in front of you. Okay, and just remember this particular example is very important. A raised to n, B raised to n. If you understand this particular example, you can solve any problem. Okay, so what I'm trying to say you is that whenever I say the word push down machine or push down automata, just always remember this particular diagram in front of you, where we have an input tape, which is an infinite tape, and your input word, that the word of the language, that A raised to n, B raised to n जो language है उसका word is two A's and two B's. So the word of the language is stored on the input tape, and this is the input word, input on which this machine is going to work. After processing the input, machine will reach to the final state, similar to DFA and NFA. And if it is reaching to the final state, means that this word belongs to this language. Okay, the machine is designed, this particular machine is designed to recognize the word A raised to N, B raised to N. And here I am taking the example as two A's, two B's, double A, double B. So after processing this word on the input tape, so that's why the name is input tape, the tape on which the input of your problem is stored, and the machine is designed to process this input, and it will reach to the final state. Okay, so you have the infinite tape, and on the infinite tape you have stored your input word belonging to this language. So two A's and two B's are stored. After processing this input, machine will reach to the final state. And then we say that the machine is acting as a recognizer for a particular pattern or particular string, or it is acting as a acceptor for a particular string. Okay, so here there is an input tape, and by default on the input tape the blank symbol is stored, and I'm representing blank symbol by using capital B. But we can represent the blank symbol as B and the a slash on this, on the B. Like you just delete this, write B and then a slant line on B, that is a slash. Okay, so that is also a character that is used to represent the blank character on the tape. Okay, like I'll write here, like you can have this B and the slash. So like this also we can have we can represent the blank character. So capital B or B with a slash is also a blank character. Assume that on the input tape the blank character is stored. And now the machine ka initial state is this, which is I'm defining that there is a read head, and machine is in the initially in the state Q0. It can, after reading the symbol, by default this head ka pointer will go to right. And now the read head is ready to read the next symbol. After reading this read operation of this symbol, by default it will go to right, and now it will be ready to read the next symbol. So machine work this way, similar to DFA and NFA. And DFA and NFA also it is working like the same, like it can only perform a read operation, it cannot write onto the input tape. And after reading the symbol, by default it goes to right. Okay, and there is a stack, there is a stack, and on the stack we can perform push, pop and no operation. Push operation will insert a element into the stack. Pop operation will remove the element from the stack, and no operation will allow you to perform nothing on the stack. Okay, so on the stack there are three operations are allowed: push, pop and no operation. uh, and by default there is a Z0 symbol, which is the empty stack symbol. Z0 symbol, if the pointer is, this read head has another pointer which can read the stack. So how this machine works is that it performs read operation, means that it performs the read operation on the input tape as well as from the stack. So it will say that A comma Z0. In the state Q0, it is a combination of three elements. In the state Q0, read A and Z0. And when it is reading Z0, by default it reads the top of the stack. And Z0 indicates that there is nothing in the stack, and stack is empty right now. Okay, it is read head can read top of the stack through pop operation, and machine is in the state Q0. After processing double A, double B, it will reach to the final state. This way it is going to work. And we represent the working with the help of a state transition diagram and the transition functions. Okay, we don't draw any table here. Transition table we don't draw, but we draw the diagram and we write down all the transition functions. Okay, so let's revise. Whenever I say push down machine, remember this diagram. You store your word belonging to the language on the tape. After processing the word, machine starts from Q0, it reaches to final state, and we have a read head. Read head reads the symbol from the input tape, as well as it can read from the stack at the same time. And Z0 on the stack indicates that the stack is empty, and by default after reading a symbol, the read head ka pointer, read head pointer will go to right, and it will keep on going to right till it gets a blank with Z0. We can stop at that condition. Okay, so I think there is no doubt regarding this. Now, just go ahead. This is a formal definition of push down machine. It is combination of total 7 elements. So it is a 7 tuple where capital Q is a finite set of states, sigma is a set of alphabet, delta is a transition function. Delta means the present state, current state or present state with the input symbol on the tape with the topmost stack symbol is equal to new state and the operation of the stack. Okay, so this is very easy to remember. If you remember the diagram, it is a combination of 3 elements, that current state Q, the symbol on the input tape, it can be a blank symbol also. Blank can be represented as capital B or epsilon. So it can be a input symbol on the tape with the top of the stack. You get the new state and what is the operation done on the stack. And the operation can be push, pop or no operation. Z0 is the so this is about delta. Then Z0 is the initial empty stack symbol. Q0 is the initial state belonging to capital Q. F is a finite set of states. And rho is this is called as rho. This symbol is called as a rho. It is a stack symbol. This rho indicates, this is called as a rho. Rho indicates it is a stack symbol. Whatever you can write onto the stack, it is similar to sigma, but sigma means the input word that is on the input tape, and rho means the symbols which are there on the stack. Okay, so here I'll show you how this is working. Like with A, it is going after with A and Z0, it will add A onto the stack and it will go ahead. After reading the second A, again it will push the it will perform the push operation and it will insert A into the stack. So push operation is the current state Q0 AZ0 is equal to, suppose, Q0 AZ0, where AZ0 indicates it is a push operation, and in the push operation we show the last 2 symbols like AZ0. Push operation is indicated as AZ0. Okay, so we represent here. So this is your delta. You can relate this to this. There are group of 3 elements. So Q0 A Z0. To the left hand side, to the right hand side, new state. New state is suppose Q0 only. Next state is a Q state. Q0, it will remain in the Q0. ऐसा assume किया तो it is Q0 and AZ0, where AZ0 indicates last 2 symbols, and then it is indicated as a push operation. So with the next A will be, next A is added and the top of the stack is pointing to A and the read head will go ahead. And now it is at B. For this B, it has to perform a pop operation. So it will remove this A because number of A's should be equal to number of B's. So it will perform push operation for A's and then pop operation for B's. So we can count the number of A's equal to number of B's. So with B and A, yeah, in the state Q1 or Q0, with B and A, it has to remove. So it will be the operation like epsilon. Here when you write epsilon, it is a pop operation. So you may say that Q0 B comma A is equal to Q1 epsilon. And then the pop operation may you will remove this A and write epsilon over here. And the pointer top of the stack will go below, and at the same time this read head pointer will go ahead. Okay, so what is happening here in the pop of the stack is that with this at this particular situation, these operations will be performed. This A is overwritten by epsilon, top of the stack is changed, and read head is going to write, and this is the entire pop operation. Now again here B and A, so the entire pop operation will be replace A with epsilon, change the top of the stack, and change the pointer of the read head. And then with this condition B with Z0, it will go to the final state and it will stop, and with the no operation. So no operation is indicated as Q current state. So I have taken the example as BA, so that A is not replaced with A. If such kind of operation is there, then it is B comma A is equal to new state A. So A is remaining A. Okay, so in the pop operation we represent last two symbols of the stack. Stack में जो भी last 2 symbols are there, that are represented here in push, And in the pop operation, we replace this A with epsilon. Okay. In the push operation, we replace Z0 with AZ0. That indicates it is a push operation. In the pop operation, we replace A with epsilon. Means we delete A. That is a pop operation. And in the no operation, A is going to remain A. Means and in the no operation, this pointer will remain at the same location because nothing is done on the stack, so it will not be changed. Okay, otherwise it keeps changing, no? Like here it was pop operation made, this is replaced, A is replaced with epsilon, and then it is going to change, but in no operation it will remain at the same place. Okay, so this way no operation is done. So I think you have understood about PDA. PDA is a push down machine, understands context free language. It is a group of 7 elements. This is the definition of PDA. And so write down about each the meaning of each and every element: Q, sigma, rho, Q0, Z0, F, and then you can draw this diagram and you can represent push, pop, and no operation of push down machine. Okay, so we'll move ahead to the next problem. This we have done last time. So today we'll start with this problem of A raised to n, B raised to 2n. Okay, so the question is design push down machine for language L is equal to A raised to n, B raised to 2n. Okay, so what is the meaning of this A raised to n, B raised to 2n? Means that if there are n number of A's are there, then 2n number of B's are there. So suppose you are having 2 A's, then we need to have 4 B's. Or if you are having 1 A, then we need to have 2 B's. Okay, so number of B's are double the number of A's. And we have to design push down machine for the language L, that is equal to A raised to n, B raised to 2n, where n is greater than or equal to 1. So minimum value of n is 1. And the minimum length string is A double B. Or 2 A's, 4 B's, or 3 A's, 6 B's. All these strings are valid strings for the push down machine. So you need to take the sufficiently long string to work and design the machine. So our task is to design the push down machine, and such kind of question is there for 10 marks. So these are the steps. First step is to define push down machine. So you say that push down machine is a machine which can understand a context free language, and it is a group of 7 elements: Q, sigma, delta, rho, Q0, Z0, and capital F. Okay, so write down the definition. After that, you need to draw the transition diagram and explain the logic. Okay, so first you write down the logic, because you may have, we can have multiple designs for the same problem depending on your logic, or you may use a different type of symbols to push on the stack, or write onto the stack. So that's why you need to represent your logic so that the examiner understands that what is the logic that you are following. So here for such kind of problem, A raised to n, B raised to 2n, my logic is that for all A's, you write down all A's onto the stack. So push operation for all A's on the stack. After that, for whenever you start getting B's in your input string, for first B, you perform no operation, because here we need to have 2 B's for 1 A. So if 2 B's for 1 A is there, then for first B, perform no operation. And for the second B, you remove the symbol X from the stack. Okay, I'll just repeat this again. Whenever the logic for this question is that, suppose I'm getting first A. For first A, I'm going to push X onto the stack. Second A, I'm going to push the X onto the stack. So for every A, push the symbol X, capital X, onto the stack. Now, whenever you start getting B's, for the first B, do no operation. And then for the second B, perform the pop X operation. Again, you get the next B. So in the next two, for next pair of B's, for the first B, you perform no operation, and for the next B, perform the pop X operation on the stack. And then for finally, you should get a blank symbol and for the blank symbol with the empty stack symbol, that means if it is matching, then we can say that the string is accepted by the machine and it goes to the final state. Okay, so this way you need to just represent your logic. If you have not understood this particular logic, when we are solving the problem, you will understand. Okay, so don't worry. And you have to draw the transition diagram at the same time. Okay, so how to solve this problem? You draw the diagram of the push down machine. I'm taking a string 2A's and 4B's on my input tape. Okay, for simplicity, I'm taking a sufficiently long string. Okay, and even you can take 3A's and 6B's when you are actually solving the problem, but here it is some limitation on the PowerPoint slides. So I'm taking 2A's and 4B's as my input string, and it is stored onto the input tape. My initial condition is Q0 as an initial state of the machine, and the read head is reading this first A at the same time Z0 from the stack. Okay, so the initial state is Q0. So as I am going to solve this problem on this input tape, like you have to assume that you are the machine and you are going to solve this problem. And the at the time of solving the problem, simultaneously you have to go on drawing the transition diagram. Okay, so first this is the initial conditions, the state Q0. It is reading a small a from the input tape and Z0 from the stack. Now in the state Q0, suppose so I'll say that with AZ0. Okay, so the initial condition is, see the transition. In the state Q0, A comma Z0. If it is like that, then XZ0 is the condition. So in the transition diagram, whenever you draw the transition, this is a transition. For this transition, this is the input or and the operation indicated. So in case of push down machine, when you design the diagram or when you draw the transition diagram, how to interpret this transition as in the state Q0, that is the current state. If you get A as an input symbol on the input tape and Z0 on the stack, this Z0 is replaced with XZ0. So the last two symbols are XZ0, means it is a push operation, and the state is remaining same. So machine is remaining in the state Q0. So what I'm saying is that in Q0 it will continuously, it will go on adding A's onto it will go on adding X onto the stack. For all A's, it will add X onto the stack. Okay. So I think you have understood this transition, that in the state Q0, if input tape there is a symbol small a on the input tape and Z0 on the stack, Z0 is replaced with XZ0, and a push operation is done onto the stack. Now for second, now this is a current state, now current situation in the machine. So now the machine is ready to read the next symbol, and the top of the stack is capital X. So here in the state Q0 only, you will get here that the situation is a comma X. Okay, okay, just forget about the transition diagram right now. Okay, just see this animation to understand what is happening in the machine. So I'll say that AZ0 may for A push X. Right now you just concentrate on the diagram, this diagram. Okay, don't look at this transition diagram. Okay, so with A with Z0, X is added onto the stack. For second A, second X is added onto the stack. Then for first B, do nothing. Just read B and go to right. After reading, so this read head will go to right. Okay, so it will go to right. For second B, first B it will do nothing on the stack. So the stack pointer will remain here only. But after reading B, it will go ahead by default, because that is the working of the machine. For the second B, it will perform the pop operation, and it will replace X with epsilon. Again, now it is getting the first B from the next pair. So for the next pair, it will do nothing on the stack. But after reading B, it will read head will go to right, and nothing is happening onto the stack. With this B, it has to remove X from the stack. So, for the first B we do nothing. For the second B we perform pop operation. For first B do nothing. For the second B perform the pop operation. So that way we say that two B's are there for one A. Okay, and now when all the symbols are over from the input tape, and if you are getting a blank symbol on the tape with Z0, that means the number of A's and B's are as per the definition of the language. And it will go to the final, it will stop by going to the final state. Machine will stop by going to the final state. Here in case of push down machine, you can halt by going to the final state like this. Here in Q2, B with Z0, it will go to the final state and there are no transitions here. Okay, no transition from the final state. So once it reaches to final state, it can do nothing, it will do nothing. But we can halt by deleting the stack also, deleting the Z0 symbol. And when on the stack, if there is no Z0 here and down, then the machine will not be able to do anything after that. So that way also it will halt and it will go to the final state. Matlab it is ending. Okay, so this way also you can define it. But I found this more logical. So I'm not erasing the stack as Z0 symbol without erasing the symbol, because in some of the books you will find this way they are ending the problem or halting with the problem and going. But I'm going to the final state in my all designs. So with BZ0, it will go to the final state and it will stop here. Okay, so this way it is working. Okay, so right now again we'll see how to draw the transition diagram. So in the state Q0, if there is any A and Z0, you will have to write A comma Z0 is equal to X Z0. So X is added onto the stack, and now this is the situation. Now here again it will remain in the same state, because for all A's it has to go on adding X onto the stack. So A comma X, and X is replaced with one more X, so it will be 2X onto the stack. So I'm going to write here A comma X is equal to XX, and the machine will remain in the same state. Now in state Q0 it is going to get B comma X. So in the state Q0 it is going to get B comma X. So B comma X ke liye it will do no operation. So X will remain X, and it will go ahead. So I'm going to the new state. So B comma X, X is going to remain X. So no operation, and machine will go to the new state, that is Q1. Now in Q1 it will get B comma X. So B comma X ke liye it has to perform pop operation. So it will remain in the state Q1, and okay, it is going to the next state Q2. B comma X is and the pop operation is done. So this X is replaced with epsilon and it's going to the new step. And then it has to again it has to perform the no operation. So here I am having a loop here. Okay. With no operation it is going to Q1, and with the with first B it is going to Q1, with the second B it is doing the pop operation. So from Q2 with one more B it will go to the no operation, and then with the next B it will perform the pop operation. So this will be a loop here. Okay. So in Q2 now it will get X. So in Q2 for B it is getting X. This X will remain X. So it will go back, and with B comma Bx comma X it will go back, and now it is in the state Q1. X is remaining X, and it is in the state Q1 now here. Now in this Q1 again already the transition is mentioned, so we don't have to write the transition again, but we will follow the transition that B comma X is equal to epsilon. So it will follow this route, and now it will be in the state Q2. So with one more read operation, it has done this, that epsilon, and now it is in the state Q2. Now in Q2, if it is getting B comma Z0, it will go to the final state, and then it will stop. Okay. So here what we are doing is that for all A's, perform push operation onto the stack, and then for every B, for the first B perform no operation, for the second B perform pop operation, then again if there is one more B, then this will be the first B in the pair, so no operation, X will be remaining X, and then with the second B perform pop operation. So this will be repeated. Okay, for any number of A's it will go on adding. So now you can verify your answer after drawing the diagram by taking another string and check that whether it is happening as per the transitions you have mentioned. And now in this will be the final condition of the stack, and then you need to write down the transition functions. Okay, so this is about the second step. Second step is done now. In the third step, find out the transition rules. Find out the transition rules. So here the transition rules are if so these are all the rules that like in the black color wala, this first rule 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. There are 6 transition rules. We need to write down them. Okay, so third step is to write down all the transition rules instead of a transition table. So my first rule is that delta, delta is a transition function. Q0 is the current state, A comma Z0. So for this A comma Z0 is equal to, the state is remaining same because here there is a loop. So next state is Q0 only. Q0 and the stack operation is XZ0. So write down that XZ0 as a push operation. So this is the first transition. Then the second transition, how to write it? Now you can start writing on your own if you are solving the problem. Second transition is delta Q0 A comma X is equal to Q0 XX. It is again a push operation. So for all A's in the state Q0 performing push operation. Now in the state Q0 if you are getting B. So for B's it has to do nothing. For first B no operation. Q0 B comma X is equal to Q1 X. So it will be Q1 and next state is Q1 and X remaining X means no operation on the stack. So this particular element at the end represents the stack operation. So X remaining X is a no operation. X is changed to XX is a push operation. This is the previous stack element and this is a new stack element. This X is a previous stack element and this is a new stack element. So we are showing two elements. That means it is a push operation. Z0 is the previous stack element top of the stack. And now the new top of the stack is X. And these are the last two symbols on the stack. And last two symbols on the stack indicates it is a push operation. Okay, so these are three transitions which are done here. Now in the state Q1, this is the transition B comma. So write down Q1 B comma X is equal to, it's going to the state Q2 with epsilon. So it is a pop operation. So second B's operation is a pop operation. Now in the state Q2, if it is Q2 B comma X, X is remaining X, which is a no operation. And then this transition is already defined. Okay, so this is the fifth transition. And then the sixth transition is in the state Q2, if it is getting B and Z0, then it's going to the final state Q3 with Z0 remaining Z0 as a no operation. And it's ending by going to the final state. Okay, so we can write here the machine is ending by going to the final state. So write down all the transition rules as a third step. And then fourth step is to show the instantaneous description. Okay, I'm not showing the instantaneous description in this particular example. Okay, that I have done in the previous problem. Okay, I'll show you that also. Then in the final step is to write down the final statement. Final statement means final answer, where you need to write down the values of all the elements. So you say that push down machine is a machine with all these elements where Q is equal to Q0, Q1, Q2 and Q3, all four states. Sigma is equal to A comma B. Your input word is made up of A comma B. Z0 is the initial stack empty symbol. Q0 is the initial state. Delta is as per the this table, transition table. Row is equal to, write down row. Here something, row is new. Row is stack symbols. So on the stack we can write down X, capital X and Z0, and a blank symbol also you can write down if you want. Otherwise it's understood that it is a blank symbol on the blank cells. Okay, so row is equal to X comma Z0. And then write down the definition of alpha here, delta here. At least once you need to write down this delta. Okay, so writing this in the form of mathematics is important. So like Q into sigma union epsilon into rho is equal to new state and the stack operation. So write that. So Q is done, sigma is done, delta is done, rho is done. Then Q0 initial state, Z0 stack empty symbol, and capital F is equal to Q3. So write it in this form of a set of states and then stop. Okay. So I'll show you the instantaneous description, how to write down the instantaneous description. Okay. This I'm not writing for each and every problem. Only one problem I'm going to write the instantaneous description. So for you can understand that, and then you will have to write it in the exam. And so instantaneous description is written in this manner. This is an instantaneous description. Okay. For this problem, A raised to n, B raised to n. Here in the instantaneous description, you are showing at a particular instant what is the situation on the machine. So this is the first situation, like Q0, double A, double B, Z0. So this is the state of the machine. This is the input word, and this is the stack. So this represents the stack contents, this represents the tape contents, and this represents the state of the machine. So in the instantaneous description, you need to represent all three. So initially what is happening here is that Q0, double A, double B on with Z0. Now with the read operation of A, on the input tape now there are A double B, and A is there on the stack. So it is A double B, A Z0. Then again for second A is added onto the stack. So Q0, double B, double A, Z0. So this is on the stack, two A's are there, on the input tape two B's are there. Now with this read operation of B, it's going to the state Q1 with 1B and pop operation. So with 1B and 1A on stack. For this B, again it will be the pop operation. So Q1 and after reading this B, there will be capital B on the tape. So Q1, capital B and Z0. So stack ka contents are removed. This A is also removed. And then it's with this it's going to with Q2 in Q1 if it is getting B and Z0. In Q1 if it is getting B and Z0, it is going to the final state and halting by going to the final state. So here in the instantaneous description, you show the at a particular instant what is happening onto the machine, push down machine, that we are showing in the instantaneous description. Okay, and okay, so you I think you have understood about the problem, how to solve the problem by using push down machine. This is a designing problem, okay, where we have to follow all the steps, and if you follow all the steps properly, then you don't miss any marks. So let's solve the next problem. Next problem is A raised to n, B raised to n, C raised to m, D raised to m. Okay, so design a push down machine for the language L that is equal to A raised to n, B raised to n, C raised to m, D raised to m. Where n and m are greater than or equal to 1. So minimum length string is A, B, C, D. And here we are saying a number of A's should be equal to number of B's, and number of C's are equal to number of D's. So what are the strings that are accepted? A, B, two C's, two D's are allowed. Okay, or double A, double B, C, D is allowed. One C, one D. Or three A's, three B's, two C's, two D's are allowed. So okay, so like this, multiple strings are allowed where number of A's should be equal to number of B's and number of C's should be equal to number of D's. Okay, so for solving this question, first you write down, define what is PDM as a first step, and then explain the meaning of each and every term. Then write down the logic. So what will be the logic here for such problem is that for all A's perform the push operation on the stack. Push all A's on the stack, and for every B perform pop operation. Then again push all C's onto the stack and then perform pop operation for all D's. Okay, so push A's on the stack and then for every B pop A. Push all the C's onto the stack and for every D pop operation of C. And then if you are getting blank with Z0, that means it is correct. Okay, so write down the logic. Now first you concentrate on the working. Okay, then I'll explain you the diagram. So don't look at the state transition diagram right now. Write down right now, just see how this particular part, this machine is working. Okay, so my logic is for first A, add A onto the stack. Second A, add second A onto the stack. For first B, remove A from the stack. For second B, remove A from the stack. और C with Z0 होना चाहिए. Then for C, perform push operation. Second C, perform push operation. Third C, also perform push operation. First D, pop. Second D, pop. Third D is also remove C, and then B with Z0, it will halt. Okay. So this is the working of the machine. That for one D, one C should be there, and then for one B, one C should be there. Okay. So what we have done for A's, we have added A's onto the stack. For B's, we have removed A's from the stack. For C's, add C's onto the stack. Three C's are added onto the stack, and for every D, remove C from the stack. And then it should be B with Z0 to go to the final step. Okay, so this is the working of the machine. So now you have understood about this machine. We'll see now, whenever you are doing this working and simulating by yourself, how to draw the diagram. So initial state is Q0 with A comma Z0. So perform push operation and remain in the same state. So in the state Q0, A comma Z0 is equal to A Z0. Okay, with this read operation of A, it has gone ahead, and this A is added onto the stack. So A with Z0 in the state Q0 is equal to last two symbols A Z0. Now here A and A have. So with A comma A, it will be double A. A comma A will be double A. This last two A's. Now here B comma N. So perform pop operation. So with B, it will go ahead and it will perform a pop operation. B comma A is equal to epsilon. Okay, so this B ke liye this A was there, so it is removed. Now for this B and A, it will be loop here in the Q1, because there can be three A's and three B's. If they are, then the loop will work. So here in the loop, B comma A is equal to epsilon. So second B deleted. Now in the state Q1, it is in the state Q1. In the state Q1, it will get C comma Z0. So C comma Z0, it will go to the state Q2, and C is added onto the stack. Now in the Q2, C comma C. So it will be a loop here. So in the Q2, C comma C will be double C, last two symbols of the stack. Now C comma C again, so the same transition will work. C comma C is equal to double C. So this last two C's will be there. And now read head is reading the next symbol, that is D. So with D, it has to do now the pop operation. So Q2 is for push operation. Q0 is also for push operation. And Q1 is for pop operation. So like this, it will go to state Q3 to perform pop operation. So D comma C is equal to epsilon. Again, it will get any number of D comma C. D comma C epsilon. Again, for this D comma C, the same transition will happen. D comma C. And then now in Q3, if it is getting B comma Z0, it will go to the final state and it will stop. Okay. So I think you have understood this. Let's go through this once. In this initial state is Q0. In Q0, A comma Z0 is equal to push operation A Z0. A comma A comma A will be double A. Okay, so A comma A will be double A. Now B comma A will be going to the new state and remove this A. So B comma A will be epsilon, B comma A slash epsilon, and a new state Q1. Again, B comma A will be a loop here for the pop operation. So B comma A is equal to epsilon and pop operation. Now it is in the state Q1. Q1 C comma Z0 pop operation. C comma Z0 will be C Z0 and a pop push operation. In Q2 again C comma C will be double C. Again C comma C. So already the transition is there. So it will follow the same transition. C comma C will be double C. So these two C's are there. It will, these two C's means these two C's on the stack. Last two symbols. Then D comma C will be pop operation. So the C is removed and it is becoming epsilon. And now it is ready to read the next D. So it will be a loop here. D comma C will be again epsilon. The same transition will be followed. D comma C will be epsilon. And then with B comma Z0, it will go to the final step. Okay, so this is the final transition diagram. Now, by looking at the transition diagram, the next step is to write down the transition rules. So, create a table like this. First is Q0 AZ0 is equal to Q0 AZ0. Q0 AZ0. Then Q0 A comma A is equal to Q0. The next state is Q0 and the stack contents are double A. So write that here. Then the next is B comma A epsilon. So it is a pop operation. So Q0 B comma A. Q0 B comma A is equal to the new state Q1 and epsilon. Okay, so these are the stack contents. And now in Q1 B comma epsilon. Q1 B comma A. Q1 B comma A is equal to new state is Q1 epsilon. Q1 epsilon. So write this rule. Now this rule we are writing. So it will be Q1 CZ0 is equal to Q2 CZ0. Q1 CZ0 is equal to Q2 CZ0. Now in Q2 C comma C will be Q2 CC. So Q2 C comma C is equal to Q2 double C. Then Q2 D comma C is equal to epsilon. Q2 D comma C is equal to Q3 epsilon. Okay, so Q3 epsilon. And do write down the push and pop operation. Now in Q3 D comma C is epsilon in Q3 only. So Q3 D comma C is equal to Q3 epsilon. So once the diagram is done, then writing these rules is also not a problem. Or sometimes when you are doing much practice, then you can directly draw this diagram without looking at this working. And then you write the transitions directly. Okay. So once you practice it, you will be able to write down directly the transitions. Then you can understand that you are familiar with these designs. Now the last transition is Q3 BZ0 is equal to Q4 Z0. And it is a no operation and it's halting by going to the final state. Okay. So this is done, then write down the final statement. So here the number of states capital Q is equal to Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Sigma is the input type A, B, C, D are the symbols. Then delta is as per this rules. Then rho is equal to, on the stack we are writing A's, C's and Z0. So you can write A comma C comma Z0 comma blank or epsilon, or no need of writing epsilon, it's not compulsory. Then Q0 is the initial state, Z0 is the stack empty symbol. We are using the same notation and capital F is equal to Q4. Okay, like this you can write down the final statement. Okay. So this carries some weightage, like half mark will be there or 1 mark will be there for the final statement. Definition carries 1 or 2 marks. Logic carries 1 mark. And the design has the most maximum marks. For design and writing, transition rules are having equal weightage. Okay, this way you can end your design. And you have to follow all 5 steps. So with this, we will stop for today's lecture. Tomorrow, we'll see some few designing problems of push-down machine.